Good afternoon, dear students. We'll continue the same point. Victorian novel as a social force in the 19th century. Last but the least point, we will come to an end of the background of the Victorian literature. In the next class, we will discuss the Victorian novel called Wuthering Heights, written by Emily Bronte. So let us continue the paragraph where we stopped in the previous class. So Thackeray was essentially a social satirist and a realist. He knew nothing of Dickens' humanitarianism and tremendous zeal for reform, but his persistent and telling effects upon snobbery, affectation, and humbug may be regarded as the parallel, though on a different plane, of Carlyle's terrific denunciations of quackery, shams, and insincerity. His success as a novelist is inseparable from his exploration of certain effects of England's expanding economy in the early and middle 19th century. His world is the world of London society, and he sinks bulldog teeth into every single abuse of rank and privilege, self-defeating miserliness in a Sir Pitt Crawley, unearned privilege, stupidly and criminally abused in a Sir Francis Clavering. In Rawdon Crawley, the prodigality of the bloods and dandies, the mediocrity of mind and talents that governed a great nation with a growing empire, exemplified in Mr. Pitt Crawley, extreme brutality in Lord Stanley, trading on its prerogatives. George Eliot's role was to be that of a recorder and reflective observer of man in society. F.R. Leavy's remarks of George Eliot, it can be said that her best work has a Tolstoyan depth and reality. In many of her novels, she depicts the old-fashioned provincial life with which she had been familiar in her girlhood. In Felix Holt, a didactic political novel, she has tried to depict the turmoil and dislocation that arise even in the backwater of a small rural settlement in the day following the passing of the first Reform Bill. The Society of Adam Bede harks back to a preceding age. It is paternalistic and feudalistic, with the square at the top of the hierarchy and with its tenant farmers, independent artisans, and agricultural laborers arranged carefully in descending order. There is nothing harsh and oppressive about this society, indeed on a casual social level. A spirit of camaraderie prevails, but what enables the camaraderie between classes to flourish is not of course, any spirit of egalitarian democracy, but simply an unquestioning acceptance of the need and of the justice of rigid class distinctions. Charles Kingsley, an enthusiastic disciple of Carlyle and an ardent social reformer, was one of the most vigorous of the humanitarian novelists of the mid-Victorian age. His Alton Locke, East, and 2 Years Ago are full of the unrest of the time and of the writer's passionate earnestness in the cause of the masses. Alton Locke, says Arnold Kettle, is indeed in the simplest sense of the term a propaganda novel, a book designed to bring home to its readers the nature of a social situation and the author's remedies for it. Alton Locke is noteworthy for its vivid pictures of the wretched life of the laboring class in the middle of the 19th century. In his remarkable novel, he shows his interest in the oppressed laboring class and in the Tractarian movement, but it is one of the numerous ironies of his literary history that Kingsley, says George Sampson, who strove nobly for social righteousness, should survive as the author of a novel of religious history, as the author of a story for schoolboys, but chiefly as the author of tales for children. So tomorrow we will discuss about the author called Emily Bront, who has written a famous novel called Wuthering Heights. Thank you.